Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Edward Savin, your host for Witness. Now, today's episode of Witness is going to be about the power of negative thinking. I'm at Vichy Springs Resort with my friend Peter. Peter's a computer dude, and last night he noticed. I've noticed for weeks now that my computer was slowing down, and he played with it and he said your hard drive's failing. And okay, so great, except for today's Sunday. I have a full work day. I have to travel about an hour to get to where I'm going. And then I got to go to the jail a couple hours, and then I got to go back to my office. Then I got to read for files for preliminary examinations in the morning. And for those of you who don't know, if you're charged with a felony offense, you're entitled to a preliminary examination within 10 court days from the date of your arraignment, and completed within 60 calendar days. But I can also tell you I've had clients who've sat and waited 8 months for a preliminary examination, so it's bullshit. Anyway, but I have prelims in the morning, and then I'll set 4 sentencings in the afternoon. Then Tuesday have a court trial, blah, 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 9 cases on. And then Wednesday I start a jury trial, even though I just got out of a jury trial Friday at 5 o'clock. Oh, and I quit my job. This is part of the I Quit series. The last day of March. This is March 3rd today, 2019. And the last day of March is my last day after 5 years of being a felony defense attorney under contract in the county of Lake. So far, none of this is what I wanted to say. What I want to say is this. Last night, my computer was really slow, and we were looking for options. We were looking around. It was still 9 o'clock or so. What's open? Is Best Buy open? And where can I get a computer? Or, blah, blah, blah. And Peter's given me these various options, and none of them were any good. So I said, well, listen, I'm going to suffer through it. I'm going to pray. That's what I went like that. Then I'm going to make it through my trial, because I have trial starting Wednesday. So, okay, we go to bed, separate bedrooms, shut up, and I slept great. I had a dream that I maimed the prosecutor. I remember every bit of it. Then I peeled skin that hurt. And then I said, get up. Anyway, and then I woke up refreshed. And I went to boot my computer up just to see if, how bad it was. And it was bad. I booted up, nothing happened. I got a gray screen. So I thought, yeah. All right. Then Peter wakes up. I'm ready to leave. I showered, packed up. Peter wakes up and says, boot your computer up. I said I did already. It's still slow. What do you mean? He says, no, it isn't. I said, what do you mean? He said, it's got a new hard drive. Yeah, right. And I said, Peter, you know what? Let me just be honest. I'm really stressed out. I'm really depressed. I really don't have any playfulness in me. So don't play with me. I'm not happy about the situation. I can't deal with it. The power of negative thinking, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not happy with this situation. He says, no, I put a new hard drive in it. I said, did you pull it out of, your bag of hard drives? He says, no, I went back to the office, which is, I don't know, 100 miles away or something. Anyway, here's what, I pushed him on. I swear on your mother's life. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. No, so he booted up. What the gray screen was it was trying to find the internet and it couldn't because it wasn't hooked up to the internet. So I'm seeing this gray screen that's like worse. It's not showing me anything. But it turns out that's what it was. And then so we played with it a minute. No, he played with it while I watched, in not believing him. Didn't believe him. And next thing I know, lightning fast. This guy waited till I fell asleep, left the resort, drove, 100 miles that way, 100 miles this way back, and worked all night cloning my old hard drive and reinstalling a solid state hard drive. Brought it back, put it exactly where it was, and he told me he went to great lengths to even put it the cord the same way, you know, it had been, and then went to bed. So I'm thinking, why the hell isn't Peter up? It's, you know, 7 o'clock, get up. And he finally gets up, and he tells me that this is what he did. And like I said, I didn't believe him. But ladies and gentlemen, that's what he did. And I said to him, you know, I can't honestly say I would have done that for you. So it reminded me of something that I tell clients. They go, oh, wow, you're wonderful, you're great, I really appreciate what you did for me. And I say, I didn't do it for you. I did it for me. You're the incidental beneficiary. Because if I have a case and I work it right, or I go to trial and win or something like that, it's not about the client. I mean, it really isn't. It's about me because I like to win. So now, sure, so I care about a client, and if I thought a client was a dirtbag or something, I wouldn't make it to trial. I'd get rid of the case before that. You know, I'd plead it out or something. But if I do an awesome job, they're the incidental beneficiary, and I did it for me. So I have to find out from Peter if I'm the incidental beneficiary, but I think not. He's not that complicated. You know what he is? He's just a really tremendous friend, a great friend. Who would have done that for me? He knew I was all stressed out because I was going into trial with a computer that could fail at any minute. I had no other options, really realistic, because trial's in my face. And so he left, drove 100 miles, spent hours during the middle of the night installing a solid state hard drive in my old Dell. And I believe it now because I've played with it and it's lightning fast, but I can't believe somebody did that for me. He loves me. He really loves me. Anyway, I hope not. But the only thing I can say negative, because this is the power of negative thinking, remember, is that he was supposed to go to the car and come back so as he could turn the off button off. So I didn't sit in front of the camera having said what I wanted to say and not being able to shut the camera off. So I'll do a song. Makes no difference now, the kind of life it hands me. I'll get along without you now, it's plain to see. There was something had to happen, and it did somehow. Whoa, I don't worry, 'cause it makes no difference now. Boom, 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 boom. It was 1 year ago that I first met you, and I learned to love you, and I thought you loved me too. But that's all in the past, and I'll forget somehow. Well, I don't worry, 'cause it makes no difference now. Okay, now there's people gathering. I'm sitting out here in the middle of this park at a resort. People are waking up, and couples are walking, and they're seeing me, hearing me. That's worse. I'll do one little Freddie Fender song. If he brings you happiness, then I wish you all the best. It's your happiness that matters most of all. But if he ever breaks your heart, if the teardrops ever start, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Peter, Peter. Okay, I'm just turning it off myself, ladies and gentlemen, and fortunately I can edit this. So there we have the power of negative thinking, and Peter, my buddy, is a total true friend. And I will say one other thing, you know, because I'm in Lake County for 5 years now, I absolutely hate it. What can I tell you? Nobody has any teeth. The roads are shitty. I get my front end of my car aligned more than I have sex. That's not good, ladies and gentlemen. The food's awful, and it's expensive. and everybody works for the county, and everybody, the clerks marry the deputies, and all that, and I have no life. There's not even a bowling alley. The bowling alley closed. The dry cleaners closed. Can you believe it? You know why the dry cleaners closed? Because nobody was dry cleaning their clothes. Amazing, huh? If you go to the hospital, you leave with staph infections. It's really bad. In fact, they say about Lake County, come on vacation, leave on probation, because they send the most people to prison per capita than any other county in the state of California. They send teenagers, they send retarded people, they send people who have no business going to prison for doing some bullshit. There's a lot of abandoned housing all over the county, and so these kids are all on drugs, and everybody smokes cigarettes, and so they break in. It's raining, it's freezing. They break into an abandoned house and they hang out, and they whatever, and they get charged with first-degree burglary and go to prison. 19 years old, go to prison. No resources, no tennis courts. So I'm just talking because Peter's not back to hit the off button. Do you understand? Do you understand me? So anyway, I hate Lake County. So I quit my job. Today's the 3rd of March. My last day is the 28th of March. And then I'm not on the felony defense contract anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to hear another song? Dun, 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 dun. I'm pushing the button, so I'll have to edit it out. Dun, 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 dun. Uh-oh, the cops are coming.